defense in a bunch formation.
Receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Quaker. Got his man on the outside. And they'll get it to the 39.
It's funny, I know running backs. Times are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give, gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end.
That's what QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He'll try to take it back.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Great place to start for this offense. Defense in press coverage. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Chuck Jayhawk. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'll have to get a drive going here. Makes the grab. It's Sanford. Finally corralled enough before he picks up the 1st down.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Now, once that ball was loose, offense didn't chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The give is to Williams. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every quarter. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Into the secondary on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Jayhawks. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll go to the ground. Big collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you need to think about it.
Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Inside the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Daniels. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
With him getting to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and they're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Man, the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drop step. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball is going to come out. Nice job by the defense reacting to the
Kansas fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The pitch to the left. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. of the period will be a second down. The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Beckman. Here comes the heat. Complete to the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. Down 48, and this offense is rolling.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple of times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that game.
Houston wants to play fast. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You've got to be able to put this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you
Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's back-to-back games. This guy's not just sacked. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
And the Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Got it down the line. It's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass.
Let's stop him at the 10.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. Knocked down with the tackle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this.
Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a perfect turn, and he brought them to their feet on that one. get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Bateman. He's got him in the flat. He's at the top. Touchdown, Cougar! Nice catch. Get out of the end zone.
The play call nowadays, man, the ball guys. It's just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 14 to Buffalo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Tight end finds a soft spot. There we go. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. And the Jayhawks are threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And wings it incomplete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be...
He's got it down the right side. The offense will quickly use it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man. It's Bregman. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. And you can keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to start the 2nd half. Houston will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
The Jayhawks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Caught near the sticks, it's Canty. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Henderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's out. That's a touchdown, saving tackle at the 17.
reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They get it down to 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Looking to throw again. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive in their own 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this field.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. See my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting him to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Wegman. That's caught. It's Sanford. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
He makes the catch. Inside the 50. The 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone and get such smart play.
Grab in the backfield. It's Sanford. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Completion to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. This quarterback part of their running game. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They make the tackle just outside the red zone, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He really wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent.
He gets it done.
I need an athlete. I need a little bit more goal. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Got him right, it's Pickett. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. Henderson brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Just keeps swinging it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Archer Jayhawk. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He might want another play. He'll start this drive going through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Houston going up-tempo.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having...
He's taking a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Caught on the outside, it's Broussard. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. A run for the quarterback. He moves the chains and now mark the ball for 33. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Fires to the wideout. Fired in there, but incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
No fair calls on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He's got first down yardage across the 30. Houston is moving it quickly down the field.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback.
But looking for a deep man. And here's